Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Dominion. This is the 4th episode, and today's kingdom is Sleight of Hand. I've got a new guest with me today.
Hello, I'm at LaminatedMoth on Twitter.
Yep, we're all plugging our social medias here, at I am NitoKing. So the kingdom this time around, we've got mostly familiar cards, but we do have the two that we haven't played with yet from the base set. So quickly, we've got Cellar, Harbinger, Gardens, Militia, and Poacher is our first new one. This one gives you +1 card, +1 action, +1 coin, but then you have to discard a card per empty supply pile. Sometimes that means that this card gets really weak at the end of the game once, say 2 piles are empty. You're drawing 1 card and discarding 2. But it pairs well with something like Sentry. If you've got cards in your hand that you want to trash, you can use the Poacher to discard them, and then try to target them with the Sentry. And then more familiar cards, Smithy, Throne Room, Council Room, Festival, and finally Library. This one simply lets you draw until you have 7 cards in hand. But, because it's a terminal action, if you draw any action cards with it, you can set those aside and not put them in your hand. Once you've got your 7 cards, or you run out of cards before you hit 7, you'll just discard all the action cards that you set aside. Otherwise, treasure cards, victory cards, curses, they're all stuck in your hand. It can be pretty good if you've got, say, a treasure-dense deck, or if you've got something like a festival to give you an additional action, you might actually want to keep those actions in your hand. But that's the kingdom this time around. So, any thoughts before we get started? Any strategy ideas you want to discuss, or just get into it?
I'm definitely seeing Library as a valid response to Militia.
Yeah, Library definitely helps when your opponent hits you with a Militia.
Yeah, especially since we don't have much else to play with if someone goes gunning for the Militia, so...
Yeah, and if you've got the extra actions, you can use a Library to get a good hand of cards, and then Cellar to get rid of the victory cards that got clogged in there.
And then, as far as the distinction between Harbinger and Poacher, it doesn't seem to be too much of a downside to spend that extra coin, or to get that extra coin, I guess, until that late game.
Yeah, as long as there aren't any empty supply piles, your Poacher's fine. If there are cursing attacks, then, the curses will run out pretty quickly. Poacher's not as good. But again, sometimes you actually want to discard something.
Alright, well, I think I'm all set.
Alright, let's go for it. So, you're up first.
Alright. So... I think I'm going to go with that Harbinger. The, putting a card from the discard pile back in is, pretty appealing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, especially if you discard something you like with Poacher, you can slap it back on top. I'm just going to go for a silver this time.
Throne Room, I haven't had too much success with just because it requires you having a certain makeup of cards in your hand to be really effective.
Yeah. And you gotta get it with an action that you want to play twice.
Exactly.
And you've got to have the actions to make that effective. Something like Festival, Throne Room, Smithy is really good.
It is incredibly good.
Throne Room, Library, not so much. So you go for a Militia, which is certainly an interesting idea. Think of Militia or Poacher, but gotta fight fire with fire.
There you go.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go with another Harbinger.
Yeah, see, the thing about militia is it kind of helps you hit 5 coins.
Yeah, no, that's something I definitely just overlooked there.
Well, fortunately, it collided with my silver. Otherwise, there's no way I would have hit 5.
Oh, where is the prompt there? Hmm.
Yeah, you click on the card you want to put on top of your deck and then hit confirm or whatever button it is that comes up.
Oh, there it goes. It wasn't showing the little pop-up window. There we go.
Yeah, sometimes the server gets kind of slow.
I'm actually going to skip my buy there.
Yeah, makes sense. So this is the crossroads where I decide, do I want to go action heavy or do I want to just try to pile on the treasures? Actions, I would go for a harbinger. Treasures, I would go for a silver. And I know I'm going to get militia next turn, so I'm going to go for the harbinger. Alas, my estates will do me no good in the discard pile.
There it goes. Let's get that gold.
Which estate do I want on top? I don't want an estate on top of my deck. Not right now. Let's get a throne room. I'm getting militiaed again. Or you put a gold on top.
It was a gold. That's public information, right?
No.
Oh, well, maybe it wasn't a gold.
I mean, I just assumed the first time around was going to be the militia. That was the obvious play, but with a gold in your deck, you might well put the gold on top.
No, I could have put the harbinger on top of with the harbinger. No, that's not going to be too effective.
Yeah, I know people who do that. If they've got, 5 harbingers in their discards, they'll draw them one at a time and play them all. There are some contexts where playing multiple harbingers makes sense. This is not one of them.
Maybe if I had like a cellar alongside of it, but then again, yeah, since you're playing them all, I don't know. At least not with this build. See, I am a big fan of Festival, but I'm going to go with the Poacher.
Alright. Now, you have to discard down to 3 cards twice.
Oh boy. Oh, it only let me do it once.
And let's grab another festival. I'm kind of worried because I don't have any draw cards, but I'll deal with that when the time comes. Okay, something to put on top of my deck. I think that's probably a good choice. And let's get something to draw. Council room. The one that works with throne room.
I do like Council Room with Militia. It kind of... that downside on Council Room becomes a lot less of an issue.
Yeah, that's true. If you can play council rooms and then play a militia to follow, then your opponent has to get rid of a lot of those good cards they just played. So instead of having 8 and 3 buys, I've got 6 and 3 buys.
Ooh. That's a lot of sellers.
Yeah, I don't want a whole bunch of sellers. Let me get another festival.
Oh no, I did my math wrong. Or maybe I selected the wrong card.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3. I think I might have selected the wrong card. Oh well. Let's go with
Yeah, I
another
mean, whatever
poacher.
you top decked with a second Harbinger is sitting on top of your deck and not in your hand.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Let us grab another gold, actually. So you're going for provinces already.
Honestly, I felt it was a little slow, but
Yeah, I'll put that on top and get some money.
hmm.
Now, do I want to answer your province with a province? I don't think I do. I want another council room and a harbinger.
Hmm. I think you can definitely make it up in tempo. Catch up
Yeah,
on those points.
that's almost annoying. I can see you going for poachers. Makes me almost want to go ahead and try to empty a pile here.
I'm gonna buy out the rest of those festivals.
Yeah, I don't want too many festivals, though, because then I get turns like this one where I have no draw and just a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
festivals. And a whole bunch of festivals is fine.
They're worth at least a silver, so
Yeah. Hmm. Alright, I'll take one.
hmm. Now we don't have too much in the way of scrapping cards or trashing
No,
cards.
there's nothing to trash. I'm gonna do something probably a terrible idea.
Ooh.
Yeah, I managed to get a whole 8 coins.
Now, does that mean you throne roomed a council room? So
Yeah,
would that
you got
mean
2 extra cards.
okay? I see. There they are.
Hmm. Alright.
Ooh,
Still not going for a province.
that's it's a little concerning.
What?
Oh, there we go. There's militia. 14. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But only one buy, so
There we go.
I don't
Ooh.
think I can get up to 14 again without you throwing down 2 council rooms.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing something new where when you hover over the card selection, it actually shows you what cards are there. See, that's the combo you want, council room and then militia. Granted, you've now got 6 cards to choose your best 3 out of instead of 5.
That is true. Oh, there's undo. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
So, 10 coins. Now let's go ahead and get a province. I need some points now.
All right. Oh, not enough.
Well, 5 is enough for almost anything, except a
It
gold or a
is.
province.
Hmm.
I mean, you could have all your money in one hand and only one buy again.
That is true. I think, let's go with another poacher.
Why not?
The well hasn't dried up yet.
Yep. Okay.
That library is tempting with just the makeup of my deck so far, but still a little afraid of just getting a whole lot of copper.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Throw in a poacher. And that will be the end of the line. Grab another province. I don't know if I even want anything else. I think I need a harbinger, though. Alright, well, that was a good turn not to get militiaed.
Oh. What do you have hiding in that hand?
Let me throw in a harbinger first of all. And I'll
Now,
grab one of those.
the throne room harbinger, I take it you resolve each card separately, so you'll look through this
Right.
pile, put a card on top, and then the copied harbinger will get you that card? Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, whatever I draw is going to end up in my hand. Yeah, I'll take the chance. Actually, I've got two actions. Yeah, there we go. Throw in a council room.
Ooh.
Toss that out there just because.
Just make sure to end this with the militia.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Let's see. How many cards do I have to select here?
5.
Oh boy.
But hey, you've got harbingers. You can always just put them back on top of your deck.
That is true.
Okay, so 7 buys, 21 coins. I believe I just want to get a couple provinces and a duchy.
Oh, what a power turn.
Yep, because I don't think you've bought enough festivals and council rooms to get province and 2 duchies, which is what would be required at this point to win.
I don't think so. I have a poacher.
Yeah, granted, that probably makes it difficult for me to, clinch the victory by buying that last province while you're going for duchies, but you'll need a fair few duchies. Or you can buy the province at this point and concede.
Yeah. Let's see. There's 3 cards in there. Let's go with the duchy.
All right.
I'll give it another turn or two.
Yeah. I mean, as long as I don't buy any victory cards, then province estate is a victory for you. What do I want for my next hand? Alright, that should be helpful. I got 2 buys and 4 coins. I think my best bet is actually a gardens. Yeah, worth just as much of a duchy right now, and if I buy enough cards, it'll become more powerful than ever before. Well, I don't think a cellar is going to do me all that much good on a militiaed turn.
Oh, you know what? I played that out of order. Oops.
Oops. You can undo if you want.
Oh, it's too late.
No.
It's fine.
I wasn't going to complain. Hey, my last card is a throne room.
Oh.
Lead padding. Oh, not going to make me discard my 2 provinces?
No, not this time.
Alright. Lead padding. And now I've got so many victory cards in my deck that it's hard to get up to that last province. Now, with gardens in play, I'm not sure that there really is a functional 51% of available victory points. I mean, there's an absolute cap on how much you could possibly get.
Yep, I think I'm just going to end the game here.
Alright.
I think you've garnered enough of a lead.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case. Good game.
Yeah, good game.
You know, once again, I know my opponents tend not to like Council Room as much as I do.
I do like Council Room quite a bit, but I held myself back from diving into that.
Yeah, I noticed you kind of underbought quite a few times. You went for Poachers on 5 and 6, Harbingers on 4s.
I think, yeah, the time I went for it on 6, I actually just miscounted my gold. I should have been reading the log there. But underbuying on 5, I was a little afraid to commit to the 5-cost cards, and I think that definitely cost me quite a bit of the game.
Yeah, 5 costs are generally the ones that you want the most of. I mean, 6 cost, you're getting into the territory of this card is essentially as valuable to have in your deck as a gold, but the 5 cost actions are the ones that usually do you the most good. You know, I was never drawing my entire deck here, but Festival and Council Room work pretty well together, well enough that I didn't even look at Smithy.
You did get pretty close to drawing your entire deck. You got close.
I think there was a turn where I didn't have too much left out. And at that point, a seller would have done the rest. So, are you looking for a rematch?
I'm down.
Alright, well, let's go for it then. And worst case is nobody else will see this other game because I decided it isn't worth including in a video.
Hey, maybe it's redeeming. We'll see.
Yep. And it's not like I haven't ever done 2 of the same game in one video.
One thing I did not realize is that there's only 8 gardens.
Yeah, any victory card type, if you've got 2 players, there will be 8 of them. If you've got 3 or 4 players, there will be 12.
Now, the treasure cards seem a little arbitrary in their count.
No, you've got 30 gold, 40 silver, 60 copper. Which includes the 7 copper that everyone starts with.
Oh, I see. That's what I was omitting. Now, what about the what's the expansion? It gives you platinum.
Yeah, that's prosperity. We'll get to that eventually.
All right. So, I do like Smithy quite a bit. But on its own,
yeah,
I don't think it's going to hold up well to...
Well, if it's the only action card in your deck, it's not bad. And the race to be the first to play Militia is always a tight one.
So, see, this, I think, was the turn last game where I'd bought a Poacher.
I believe so.
This time I'm going to get a gold. I'll make up that mistake.
And let's do a poacher then. I'll borrow your strategy this time.
All right.
Yeah, once again, eventually angling to have more actions, be able to draw all the stuff that I've got in my deck. Looks like you're going money heavy.
For now. Drawing that Harbinger for the first turn. I should have anticipated that, considering there wouldn't be anything in this card.
Yeah, it's the downside with Harbinger. The top decking something from your discard pile is a decent effect, but if it comes up when you've just shuffled, it's useless. Which is another reason that something like either Poacher or Seller could be good to go along with it, because then you can discard some stuff. And for 7, gold or festival? I think it's got to be a festival first. Not ready to start buying big treasures yet. Perhaps I should have had some big treasures.
7.
Everybody's getting lucky 7s today. I think we get 3 7s in a row. It wipes out the enemy party.
I think I might be good on my revenue stream here.
I would say so. It's just a question of, can you get it all into your hand?
If I stop buying cards, right, then the odds of them being in my hand will go up.
That's true.
So the draw until you have 7 cards does not include those actions.
Right. Any actions that you choose to set aside with library don't count towards the 7 because they're not going into your hand.
Okay.
That's just to prevent you from, say, revealing an action, discarding it, and then running out of cards in your deck and shuffling those actions back in. The actions you set aside don't go into your discard pile until your turn's done. Yeah, let's have that.
Ooh. Look at all that.
Yeah, let's get a festival in the throne room. I say, as they come up into my hand.
How about that 7?
How about that 7?
I'll get another gold.
Yeah, gold sounds good.
There we go.
Alright, let's see. Hey, that's a wonderful card to draw. And I've got 7, but thanks to my forethought, I've got a couple of buys. Let's get a council room and a cellar. Yeah, that's the advantage to library, is you're not drawing any actions that you can't play. So...
I think with the amount of golds that I've gotten, that really helps increase the value of library. It's also interesting that you can't have too many libraries in your deck because they're not going to really negatively impact each other.
Yeah, I don't think I want to play this. I'm just gonna Take another festival and another throne room. Something tells me I need to start getting some points.
One or two would be nice.
Well, I'm mainly just trying to slow you down with militias. And do I want another gold? Or do I want... like another festival, maybe? Yeah, that seems good.
Well, you can have the militia back.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna go for more gold. I'm sure I'll stop here soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll draw a couple. And attempt to salvage the turn. Yay! Goes on a little longer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I gave up a 5-coin turn to get a 5-coin turn.
It's a bit worthwhile.
Yeah, council room. Yeah, well, that is half the provinces. We'll put something exciting on top of the deck. And... I don't know if I can afford not to get a province here. I think I have to. Oh, well, that's a wonderful hand.
I have 3 copper. I'm
gonna throne a throne room!
Ooh.
And then lay down 3 coppers.
Oh. See, the double throne room is incredibly exciting for me. And probably 75% of the time, it ends up exactly as you just did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the worst part of it was one of those throne rooms came from the Harbinger.
Oh. You planted one of those throne rooms.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I definitely can't afford to buy a province. We need 2 duchies and a gardens. I'm not quite desperate enough to start buying up coppers with my extra buys quite yet. Well, that's garbage.
This one militia's gotten me quite a lot of mileage.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so... I don't know whether I even want any of the stuff that's in my discards. And realistically, I got a couple of options. I don't think any of them are going to be any better than this. Yeah. And you're going to sweep up the last province at some point. There's the point.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, other than obviously waiting way too long to start getting points, I'm not sure what I did wrong here. Maybe just bought too much stuff.
There were definitely a couple hands that were just misses for you, and then I think that happens pretty frequently with Throne Room. But also, I just had really good tempo. Near the end of there, I was buying a province pretty much every turn. I think just because of the makeup of the deck, you know.
Yeah, the library worked well for you. I had that turn where I thrown to Council Room dead, and yeah, that was... I don't know whether that was a mistake or not, honestly. But probably I needed another militia, was what I needed. You know, especially if I'm using Council Rooms for draw instead of Smithy, I gotta make sure you're not getting those giant hands.
Oh yeah, very true.
And the library is really good when you've got a ton of money in your deck.
Yeah, and in the case of militia, I probably would still hold a library and just make all that up as well.
True.
So not too sure.
Yeah, again, you're going for money density, so the fact that you can't play any other actions with your library doesn't really hurt you all that much.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have very many actions either. And I just kind of tend to go for a lot of actions unless it's a kingdom where that's really impossible to do. You know, if you've got, say, no village, no festival, and you've got a whole bunch of stuff like Council Room, Throne Room, Smithy, Library, you know, stuff that's all draw and no extra actions, then I'll probably just go with a big money strategy.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so that's two very different ways to play this game, and, you know, I'll leave it up to the audience to decide which is better. And catch everybody in the next video.